Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, Plunderers is getting dope. I kind of like these types of shows where all of a sudden we're looking at the good guy who is pretty much, misunderstood or being labeled as something he shouldn't be, getting assist or just having any type of help from the people that are actually supposed to be hunting him down, seeing how he himself hasn't gone out of his way to actually damage slash destroy stuff, which we still don't know why he's wanted in the first place, right? Like, they haven't been clear about that at all. So whatever that is, I'm still super interested in seeing what we'll get from it. Not only that, what we see in a lot of the like many things we kind of learn as a whole is regardless of whoever is in the position of fault, Lich is always gonna probably take it in on himself. Like, it wasn't really his fault that he didn't want to have to practically take human life to save another human, like multiple lives to save one, So it's a very strange position that he was automatically just shoved into just because he was there on the scene. He helped the person get to where she was getting to in her like her works and stuff like that. So it just sucks overall that he's the one that kind of took all this in on himself. But as a whole, this week's episode kind of shows, well, more in the previews for me, showed a lot more promise for the Iron Gel character, who kind of has a heart, and not only has a heart, but he's been outclassed and outmatched. So he's pretty mad about it, right? Like, he's still very, very interested in seeing why Lich is so much stronger. Which Lich goes by so many names. He goes by that name, Ace, and Pudding. Pudding being the funniest one. All of this stuff adding up right now is fun to me. I think whatever kind of leads me to see more of this show progress is that they don't need to progress it with Ace being the top dog of dogs every single episode with him coming out with a W. With him just chilling back and allowing this food contest to go on, which I think we're all surprised the bear paw boar stew turned out good and was like the best thing that won. But not only that, I think we're more surprised on just the level of like, not, I wanted to say courage, but just the level of difficulty this world kind of comes with these numbers. And clearly, if the government people, like everybody who was supposed to capture Ace this week, if they pretty much have any type of talk, oh my gosh, she sidestepped me. Any talk of, hey, you guys did this and it didn't work out the way it was supposed to, types of deal, we then get to see where everything as a whole is going to transpire from that, right? Not only have we seen that the government would have blamed the highest ranking official on the scene, so the jail guy would have took responsibility, which I think that's why his number went down in the first place, like failing to do something he set out to do. So I think that's like a way for him to lose his count. But not only that, it looks just as if whatever's going on in the background of all this, we have no real concrete answers. And I'm hoping we get some from just why they're hunting him to if the Iron Gel guy starts to work with our main character, it's going to make him ridiculously hard to beat. And even more so, it's going to give him more information about what's going on behind closed doors, maybe that these couple of people know and are willing to side against. So I'm really interested in this show as a whole. But the thing, if you don't want to be spoiled, that's why I left it till now. You can end the video. I'll probably end it right here, but or soon. Uh, with the previews, I think we're finally getting like what I've been asking for in the case of like what else comes with this world? Like what else exists and why do they exist the way they do? Stuff like that. And I get that answer because of this huge, ugly looking demon that shows up in the previews. So if there's demons, if there's monsters and stuff like that, it goes to show you how peaceful the villages have just been living for a while compared to having stuff like what happened to this last village we see towards the very end of the episode being completely devastated, destroyed, and all this crazy stuff, and us not getting any explanation besides maybe in the previews of a giant demon that might have been summoned or conjured up or something crazy. I did not expect it. I felt like the most dangerous things in this show were the humans with numbers and having their authorities, but it only makes sense that there's weirder and crazier things out there with the abyss being a thing that is attached to probably everything with a number. I mean, sure, you could probably die before all of your numbers reach zero, but most people don't, right? That we've seen anyway. Not many people are just dying because of death, like, because someone shot you or stabbed, but more or less because your number is running out. And yeah, if there's demons and monsters, I wonder if they have numbers or if this is just a human tied thing. So regardless of all that, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with all that being said, let me know what you're thinking about Plunderers. I really do enjoy it. I think it's got a lot of potential, and at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of stuff still hidden in mystery, which always gives me a better feeling about a show is when they don't just outright tell you everything that's coming. So be ready for my reviews whenever they drop, and I hope you guys have an amazing one. Peace.